meteorologist Mackenzie Lake.
Good evening and welcome back to Newswatch 12. This big area of low pressure sitting off the coast right now is slowly but surely working its way into our region. We're already starting to see some wet weather slowly working in. Right now, as we zoom in, you can see it is mainly focused along the coast in Curry County. We are seeing some of these clouds increasing in front of this storm system, but we'll be staying mainly dry for these next few hours, but then a little bit later on, some more wet weather works its way in. Because of what this storm system that we're expecting to see, we do have plenty of watches and warnings in effect. We have some in effect for those areas west of the Cascades, including the Cascades, and for most of Siskiyou County as well. We can expect to see some very heavy snow, and the snow is going to be blowing all around with some very gusty winds, so we're going to see some very poor driving conditions. We also have a winter weather advisory in effect for those east side areas, the Shasta Valley, and for those west side valleys, including those areas above 1,500 feet for Jackson County. These all continue on into either Monday or Tuesday. So Monday is when we're expecting to see the heaviest amount of snowfall, but that snow will continue on into Tuesday as well. Those very blustery winds I mentioned just earlier, we have a high wind watch for coastal Curry County, where those winds could be gusting anywhere up to 65 miles per hour. So we do have the potential to see damage to trees or power lines as well. So now let's put this storm system into motion. You can see by around 1:30, so just a couple hours from now, that's when the storm system really starts to work in. Main impact is going to be along the coast in Curry County. Then it starts to move inland, and that's when those snow levels continue to lower. They'll bottom out at around 1,000 feet for the night tonight and into those early morning hours on Monday, but we could actually be seeing some of this rain for here in the Rogue Valley transitioning over to snow overnight. So you could be seeing a pretty wet and wintry wonderland to start out your Monday commute. As you're heading home from work on Monday though, don't expect to see any drier conditions because this storm system is still in effect. Going to be seeing plenty of rainfall as well. And then that snow will continue on into Tuesday. Overall, we're going to stay nice and wet until we reach Wednesday. That's when some of these clouds start to break up, and then that drier weather only persists for the whole day. We'll be seeing some more wet weather working in Thursday into our weekend as well. As far as for our rainfall forecast, we do have the most amount of rainfall in the coastal mountains. We'll be seeing some impactful rainfall throughout the region, but mainly for those areas in Curry County and in Josephine County as well. For your travel forecast these next couple of days, it's not looking too great, especially in those higher elevation areas. Expect to see some dangerous driving conditions and some chain requirements as well. But then as we head on into Wednesday, those conditions dry up a little bit, and then we'll be seeing some better road conditions before Thursday evening when those road conditions get back down to some pretty hazardous levels. As far as for your 7-day forecast for the coast, temperatures into the 40s for the work week. Again, we're about 10 degrees below average. Going to be seeing those windier conditions, like I mentioned, for our Monday, where those winds could be gusting anywhere up to 65 miles per hour. Northern California, 30s and 40s for the work week. Pretty cool overnight lows, especially Wednesday and Thursday. You're going to want to keep that in mind, especially if you are heading out the door for those evening hours. For the Klamath Basin, 30s expected for the work week. Pretty cool overnight lows as well. Going to be seeing a mixture of wet and windy weather these next couple of days. For the mountains, very cool, 20s and 30s for the work week. Lots of chances for some wet weather and pretty impactful weather for these next few days. And then here in the Rogue Valley, temperatures well below average for this time in February. And then we'll be starting out the first day of March with some better conditions, but then more rain in